Good morning, everyone. So today I'm going on a very special adventure. Hear Well Be Well Hearing Clinics have invited me to come to one of their locations to get a hearing test. There isn't a location in the town that I live in, so my family and I were going on a little road trip and we're going to go up to Bracebridge, which is about 2 hours away from me, but I'm really excited. It's a beautiful day and we're going to have a lot of First stop was coffee. A road trip definitely needs caffeine. The drive was absolutely beautiful going through cottage country, but at last we made it to Hear Well Be Well Bracebridge, beautiful little town and a stunning clinic. This will be the 5th hearing test I've had, so I've been to a few different locations of different clinics, and I have to say, this was one of the most clean, beautiful, fresh looking clinics that I have been to. To start off the appointment was one of the most thorough questionnaires I have ever received at a hearing test before. Even my husband mentioned, wow, these are some really great questions that you've never been asked. One of those questions was, what is one area of my hearing loss that I really want to improve? And for me, it's phone calls. Deanne gave me a great tip about not placing the cell phone on my ear like a normal call, but placing the microphone slightly above my hearing aids so that I can hear better. Something so simple that I never thought of. Next up, Deanne looked in my ear to see what my eardrum looked like. There was a little bit of wax, but she was really happy to see that my eardrum looked healthy. Next up, we did the pressure test. The official terminology I struggle to pronounce, typopimetry. Oh my gosh, that was horrible. But Deanne was pleased to see that my eardrum was working well. And the dreaded sound booth part is where you do the beep test and some other tests. This was one of the nicest sound booths I had ever been in. I always try and go in optimistic because this is one test that is usually going to end up in a failure, but gotta stay calm, gotta breathe through it, and the concentration is real. I often close my eyes to get in the zone to make sure I'm not missing any beeps or sounds for the test. Thank you so much to my husband for this beautiful angle, but seriously, look at the concentration on my face. I'm so zoned in, I'm so focused, and I'm just taking it all in one beep at a time. After this series of tests was completed, Deanne went through where my hearing loss is in my ear. The diagram was super helpful to show me, the different parts of the ear, where my hearing loss is, and how it all works. And I thought she explained things super clearly. And then I got to test out a new set of hearing aids by the brand Beltone. This is my first experience with them. I have never worn a pair of Beltone hearing aids before. And let me tell you, this was an experience. Going through a new set of hearing aids is always overwhelming for me, and I always struggle to accept the new sound because I'm so used to the sound of my current hearing aids. So this took a little bit of patience with both myself and Deanne. Thank you so much, Deanne. And this next test right here, I have never had before. I went back into the booth with my hearing aids in to do a word recognition test. So the first test I did was with my current set of hearing aids, and I scored a 44%. I essentially failed 44% word recognition. I was shocked. I then went back into the booth with these new set of Beltone hearing aids, did the exact same test, and my score went up to 80%. I was flabbergasted. I was like, what? Like, this is insane, the difference it made. I'm very grateful for Deanne's patience with me as she adjusted the hearing aids and explained everything to me, because it is so overwhelming when you're getting new volumes to your brain. But shout out to Hear Well Be Well. This was a phenomenal experience, beautiful clinic, and I will definitely be back to experience their services again.